Welcome to Bible. We're now going to talk about breakfast on the shore with Jesus. Now, imagine the city of Jerusalem buzzing with all the information that this king has conquered death. He's alive and people have seen him. Don't you know, people were talking about it? It was a constant buzz of talking. So people were excited. People were probably feeling weird. Maybe they didn't know how to feel. Maybe they believed him and they believed on him now that he had risen from the dead. Before Jesus left the presence of his disciples last time they were together, he told them that he would see them in Galilee. So they went to Galilee, and Peter said when they were at Galilee, I'm going fishing. So all the disciples were with him, and while they were waiting to see their Lord, because don't you know they were anticipating that meeting with the Lord at Galilee, Peter said, I'm going fishing. Remember, that's what they used to do. And Jesus told him, I will make you fishers of men versus fishing for fish. So that's where we're going to pick up. They are in Galilee, and Peter decides, I'm going to go fishing. And then all the other disciples join in too, and they say, well, we're going to go with you. So that's where we're going to pick up. So as the men or the disciples went out on their boat, they took their nets, they took their boat, they went out to a deep part of the lake or river, and they began to cast their nets to catch fish. They tossed and toiled. They tossed their nets to one side and caught nothing. They tossed their nets to the other side and still caught nothing. They worked hard all day trying to catch some fish. They knew that they could get a decent pay if they were able to catch a decent amount of fish. Although they worked all day and even all night and early into the next morning, they did not catch any fish. They were all tired and hungry. They had worked all night and caught nothing. So they decided to call it a night or call it a day. So they started to make their way back to the shore. Now, as they neared the shore at dawn, they saw a man standing on the shore. This man, they couldn't quite see who it was. He called, "Children, did you catch any fish?" "No, not one," they called back. "Throw out your net on the right side of your boat, and you'll get plenty of fish," the man shared from the shore. Once they had cast their net on the right-hand side of their boat, they caught a lot of fish, more than they could handle. As they were getting the fish into the boat, Peter recognized the man on the shore. The man on the shore was Jesus. And he was so excited that it was Jesus, he jumped out of the boat and he began to swim to the shore while the rest of the disciples struggled to get the load of catching all that fish into the boat. So once everyone had made their way ashore, they were so excited to see Jesus. Remember, this is what they were anticipating. This is why they were in Galilee. As they were coming ashore, they began to smell something. Jesus had prepared a delicious breakfast of fish and bread for them. He even told them, bring some of the fish that you have just caught as well. So Peter went through and pulled out the net and made it come on shore even further so that they could get a fish out of there for them to enjoy as part of their breakfast. Now, one of the disciples had counted the fish, and they had caught 153 fish on that one dip of their net. Now, it was a miracle that the net that they had didn't break because of the amount of fish that they had caught. So it was a miracle all over. So Jesus said, "Now come and have breakfast." and he served them with bread and fish. So this was the third time that Jesus appeared to his disciples since he had risen from the dead. What a happy occasion it must have been to be able to have breakfast on the seashore with the risen Lord.